afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome you today to the first plenary session of the edition of Citizen Innovation Days organized in 2023. I'm very happy to have you today, in particular because we start with what else? The new European Innovation Agenda, a new political initiative under the leadership of Commissioner Gabriel, which has been adopted by the Commission. And it is, of course, innovation in the heart of European growth. Innovations in the heart of our expectations on how we can address the societal challenges. So we are going to have a very excited panel with distinguished speakers, starting, of course, with Commissioner Maria Gabriel, Commissioner for Innovation, Research, Culture, Education and Youth. Minister for Education, Youth and Sports from Czech Republic, Vladimír Paras, who is connected with us online. We're expecting the Vice President of European Parliament, Mrs. Eva Kaili. She has some connection problems. She will be with us very soon. And last but not least, Juan de Anodonio, the CEO of a very successful innovative company, the KBC. And of course, he's the one who tells us his experience from innovation. So without any delay, I would like to pass to the first question to Commissioner Gabriel. You have been the one developed the vision for this innovation agenda, and you put your whole heart to deliver it. Why such an ambitious agenda now, dear Commissioner? And what will be the difference, the added value for the innovation stakeholders?
Thank you very much, Anna. Dear participants, well, I want really to believe that the 5th of July, when we adopted the new European Innovation Agenda, that was a turning point for how innovation is made in Europe. Because I think that on the one hand, it updates first the Innovation Union policy from 2011. I'm saying very often we are not living anymore on the same planet. But this time we are putting the focus on our talents, our startups, our innovators. But on the other hand, with this new European Innovation Agenda, we would like to position Europe at the forefront of this fourth wave of innovation, the so-called deep tech innovation. Because I think that the innovation agenda looks into the future, the deep tech innovations, startups, that have different combination of components, and digital, and physical, and biological. And I'm so glad that we have with us one of those innovators. We are really very proud, because that's, for me, innovation made in Europe. But of course, for me, what I would like to insist is that we need to seize the opportunity. We are witnessing a new wave of innovation. This wave of innovation is different because it's offering concrete solutions for our daily lives, in the sector of energy, and we all see the context around us, in agriculture, in health, in transport. And when we talk about deep tech, 94% of the companies that are in this field are addressing sustainable development goals. So with this new European innovation, what somehow we are saying is that, yes, we were late as Europe to ride the digital innovation wave, but we are now at the forefront of a new wave of innovation thanks to this new European Innovation Agenda. And I think that I can resume that we can base our leadership at least on 4 competitive advantages. First, Europe is a leader when it comes to scientific publications. We are a leader in science, and Research Innovation Days are here to show again the excellence of our researchers. Second, we have a very strong industrial base in areas like energy or construction or agriculture and food. And these are the areas where the fourth wave of innovation will be definitely crucial. Third, more universities in the European level have plenty of talents, and we need this strong pool of talents to encourage them to see Europe as their home, where they can see their ideas, their projects developed, and for that they need support. And finally, the new wave of innovation needs a diverse range of resources that can only be provided by the diversity of the regional innovation ecosystems in Europe. So I think that, yes, 4 competitive advantages, 4 reasons to say that the new European Innovation Agenda, it's our solid base to transform Europe into a global powerhouse for deep tech innovations and startups.
Great. So a turning point is going to transform our powerhouse. So I would like, you spoke about digitalization, and I would like to welcome Vice President Eva Kaili to our panel and to ask her directly the question. As Commissioner spoke about digitalization, how do you believe data and digitalization can drive the innovation in Europe?
First of all, thank you for inviting me and hosting such an event and discussion, and also to thank not just the Commissioner, but the friend to me, Maria Gabriel, for her leadership. I think it's important that we have a very strong woman leading R&D, this European innovation agenda. It's extremely important, and it shows the how decisive Europe is to lead in the future in this sector when everything is being transformed with the new technologies. So I think for Europe there is a great potential, not just of the economical benefits, but even benefits for every sector like transportation, for developing and improving our own industrial strategy, improving our health strategy. And of course, we've seen the challenges, the recent challenges in the energy sector and the necessity of innovating with new technologies to achieve sustainable and alternative energy resources with this technology. So I believe that it's extremely important not just to understand having the foresight and understand where the world is going, but also to be clear about what you want the European position to be. I think we are lagging behind, but in terms of quality and research, we are leading globally. We're lagging behind in some key digital technologies, also because we want to make sure that we will have GDPR implemented, we will manage to proceed based on our value chain and principles. One of the problems we also face is lack of talent in EU, or having talent leaving the European market. So I think it's extremely important to improve and harmonize the single digital economy market and to be able to unleash its power and its benefits. Coming together, all these legislative efforts, I believe they will achieve that, and they will put us on the driving seat for the future. We've been working on the DSA, the DMA, now the Artificial Intelligence Act. Personally, I'm working on the European health data space. I know how extremely important it is even for Nobel Prize winners talking to us and asking for access to quality of data. So I believe that since deep tech requires deep commitments, this agenda has the ambition to achieve that. And I believe we are managing to highlight and show what is our goal, and that we are determined to do that. And we are working hand in hand with the Commission. So I think this is extremely important to be proactive for the future.
Thank you very much. Quality, excellence, leadership. Dear Minister Balázs, you are representing the Czech presidency, a so-called widening country. What are your expectations from this new European innovation agenda to address the innovation divide in Europe, which persists?
Well, dear Madam Chair, to start with, let me state that the Czech Republic, as the current presidency of the Council, highly appreciates and welcomes communication of new European innovation agenda that was published early in July this year, as Madam Commissioner already mentioned. And it is indeed very timely to pay our utmost attention to the European innovation ecosystem. And of course, what we would like to see is innovation as something that significantly contribute to the competitiveness and economic growth, and of course to prosperity in Europe. So, I mean, innovations generally should provide some solutions to some pressing societal challenges, such as the climate change or energy supply, and not only these issues. I mean, we are facing war, and we need to strengthen our strategic autonomy in critical technologies. And And this is something also that is important for strengthening the European innovation ecosystem. And unfortunately, as we already heard, we've got really perfect science. And we are global leader. I mean, Europe is or has been global leader in scientific knowledge production, but we are still lagging behind our main competitors in valorization of this research. I mean, the application of our research outcomes to practice and is really something that is that would be strengthened and supported, in fact, and we have also some other mottos in Czech presidency, and I mean also sharing knowledge among all member states and scientific and business communities is also something that is really important. And it's not that easy to do it, but we should definitely strive to support it. And this is why we should or we have to enhance the business and entrepreneurial capacities and capabilities of research and innovation actors. So we must intensify uptake of emerging technologies by innovative enterprises, and of course it was also mentioned not let our talents to leave European Union, just provide them the space in which they can do what they know the best, and not to allow some brain drain outside Europe, because we are not. Well, although European Union is quite strong, we are not that rich to allow this. So there are many issues we can really mention, and of course, I think this is quite important for us to push it forward. More expedient way. So, and allow me one concluding statement. Innovation is a key to ensure competitiveness, economic growth, and prosperity in Europe. And given that, we should strive also for the balanced dispersion across the European Union, because the whole EU can only be as strong as its weakest part. And I have discussed that in a meeting of leading European research universities in Prague, and asked them for supporting also excluded areas in Europe. Now, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You talk about business. Juan, you are representing the business side. What do you expect? How you think this new agenda will be beneficial for the business and for innovative companies?
It's an honor to be here. I feel really fortunate and I'm proud to be European. That's a good way to start, no? But I would also like to acknowledge that Europe is the role model of a developed society. People from other developed countries aspire to live here. So we have something great, but our future is uncertain. I think we all acknowledge that the future of the next generations of European, of their prosperity is at risk. Our position in the global landscape will be determined by how well we do in new industries, by how we innovate in areas such as deep tech that Maria was mentioning. No? We must continue creating opportunities for economic development and social improvement, while at the same time fostering innovation and sustainable growth. We have heard that we have some work to do to catch up with other regions in this regard. And I wanted to use an example. If we were to aggregate the market capitalization of the biggest European technology companies, their combined value wouldn't reach 30%, 1/3 of any of the biggest four in the US. No? So we are improving, but we need to do so faster to leverage this fourth wave of innovation. I would like to highlight 3 areas that are, from my point of view, needed to achieve this technological sovereignty that is a must for Europe. Number 1, attracting talent. We've already talked about it. We need a fair playing field to be competitive with other countries, specifically stock options would need to be taxed as they are elsewhere. Otherwise, we are not a competitive alternative for talent. Number two, single market with cohesive regulations. This is important across all industries, but much so if we want to generate European champions in the tech world in strategic areas. And number three, focus on scale-ups. Within startups, we need institutions to support the growth of strategic scale-ups by not introducing arbitrary constraints that are aimed to protect languishing incumbents. Let's talk instead about industrial reconversion to avoid leaving people behind, but let's not constrain the growth of the future of Europe. I'd like to finish with a very optimistic conclusion. We've come a long way as a society, and it is up to us to leverage technology and innovation to extend prosperity to our future generations. So let's do it together.
Thank you very much, Juan. And I would like to finish with a last word from our commissioner.
Well, first of all, big thank you. I think that you can all see that we are speaking with one voice, the European Commission, the European Parliament, the Member States, the innovation community. And believe me, that's something unique that we have here. We agree that we need definitely to invest in talents. We need really to define together what are the strategic areas in which we'll support our European champions. And for that, what I can see that together we can implement now the new European innovation agenda. We have 25 actions. Everything on what you insist is there. I would like definitely here to say that we count on your support. If you'd like to have 1 million talents in deep tech, if you'd like to have 100 regional innovation valleys in Europe, that can be realized only if we work together. And that's my final word. Big thank you for your support. Stay mobilized. Only together we can succeed.
Thank you very much, dear Commissioner. Many thanks to all of you. And I would like to ask the audience to stay tuned because we have 5 very interesting parallel sessions that will start immediately on the 5 flagships of our communication: accelerating scale-up in Europe, framework conditions for innovation, pan-European innovation ecosystem, deep tech talents, and women founders and funders. See you soon. Thank you very much.